Good evening, Malawi, where politics never sleeps and parliament sounds more like a stage than a chamber. Today's headline, Speaker Walumbira, Chimwendo Banda, Wamuuza Sameer Suleman easy. Yes, my friend, it was not your usual calm day at the National Assembly. The microphones were hot, the tension was higher than the Lilongwe heat at midday, and the drama unfolded live before the nation's eyes. It all began with one of the most powerful oaths Malawi has seen, the swearing in of the Honorable Sameer Suleman as the Speaker of the National Assembly, followed by Victor Heatherwick Musawa and Esther Jairus Jolobala as Deputy Speakers. But what followed next was more than ceremony. It was Parliament at its loudest, its liveliest, and its most Malawian. So buckle up as we unpack the 5 big facts from this heated yet historic session straight from the heart of Parliament. It all started in the Grand Chamber. Polished wood desks, packed seats, and a tension you could almost touch. Cameras flashing, members rising. Then the voice of authority filled the air. Honorable Speaker-elect, do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran, the Bible, or to do an affirmation? Sameer Suleman, calm but focused, stood tall and answered simply, "Thank you." He placed his right hand on the Quran and began. I, Sameer Suleman, swear that I will well and truly serve the Republic of Malawi in the office of Speaker of the National Assembly, and will do right and justice to all manner of people in accordance with the laws and usages of Malawi, without fear or favor, affection or ill will. So help me Allah. The chamber erupted, applause, cheers, and chants of hallelujah echoing through the hall. It wasn't just another swearing in. It was a moment that marked a new beginning, where power shifted and alliances quietly rearranged. But while everyone was smiling, one man was watching closely, Chimwendo Banda. Because in Malawi's parliament, no oath comes without its shadows, and no speaker takes the chair without a test waiting right around the corner. Just as the applause settled, and the Deputy Chief Justice prepared to exit the floor, a hand shot up. Point of order, Honorable Speaker! It was none other than Chimwendo Banda, sharp-tongued, seasoned, and unafraid. He stood, adjusted his jacket, and said, "Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Before I address you, let me congratulate you on your election. May God guide you. But I rise to ask that we respect the 2 offices, the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker, because people vote for them for different reasons. Making both decisions at once may not be appropriate." You could feel the room pause. He wasn't shouting, but the tone carried weight. It was a polite jab delivered with precision. Banda continued, suggesting that the process should be separated to honor the sanctity of each office. Some people make decisions for the second office based on the first result, he noted, with that subtle smirk only a seasoned politician can manage. The murmurs spread, members nodding, others shaking their heads. The speaker listened, expression calm, hands clasped. It was Parliament's version of a chess move, calculated, deliberate, and very public. But if Chimwendo thought his point would pass quietly, he underestimated Sameer's calm and the House's appetite for drama. When you put 2 strong personalities in the same chamber, expect sparks, and indeed, they flew. Sameer Suleman, still in his new seat as Speaker, took the mic with a measured tone that could silence the room. "Thank you, Honorable Member," he began. His voice carried authority, not arrogance. "The concern is noted. The rules of the House will guide our proceedings." Short, sharp, and diplomatic, but the message was clear. This speaker was no pushover. The chamber erupted again, with the classic "Order, order!" echoing across the floor as members debated under their breath. A few claps, a few sighs, and that unmistakable sound of tension disguised as laughter. Moments later, Victor Heatherwick Musawa rose to take his oath as first Deputy Speaker, followed by Esther Jairus Jolobala, who swore on the Bible, Each promise echoed the same solemn vow to serve without fear, favor, affection, or ill will. And with each oath, Malawi's new parliamentary leadership was taking shape, diverse, confident, and ready to set a new tone. But even amid the ceremony and smiles, all eyes turned toward the man in the robe, the Deputy Chief Justice, whose congratulatory words would set the tone for what came next. When the Deputy Chief Justice rose to speak, the mood in the chamber shifted from celebration to reflection. His voice, calm, heavy with experience, carried through the microphone. It is with great pleasure and humility that I congratulate you, the Right Honorable Speaker of the National Assembly, and the two deputy speakers. The speakership is one of the most unique and demanding offices in our constitutional order. While it calls for firmness, it discourages rigidity and demands impartiality. You could have heard a pin drop. The justice wasn't just congratulating, he was cautioning. When the Deputy Chief Justice left the chamber, the energy changed again, lighter yet filled with that familiar hum of politics in motion. The House resumed business, but the undertones of rivalry and respect lingered in the air. Members were overheard murmuring, this parliament is starting hot, my friend." Others smiled knowingly, saying, "This speaker will not be an easy one." Sameer Suleman, seated firmly at the helm, looked every bit the part. Calm, confident, occasionally smiling, but never losing focus. Chimwendo Banda, for his part, had made his point and taken his seat. His move made, his presence felt. Outside the chamber, analysts were already buzzing. Some said this marks a new era of assertive leadership. Others whispered that politics behind the scenes is about to get more strategic than ever. But one thing is sure, Malawi's parliament has entered a new phase, more dynamic, more vocal, and more visible to the people. From swearing-ins to subtle confrontations, from solemn oaths to political wit, the National Assembly has once again shown that it remains the living theater of Malawian democracy. And as the gavel came down one last time, the speaker's voice echoed, not just in the hall, but across the country. This House is adjourned. So there you have it, Malawi. Parliament in full motion, and leadership that's already testing its strength. What's your take? Was Chimwendo Banda right to raise that point? Will Sameer Suleman's leadership usher in unity or spark more political heat? Let us know in the comments. Remember, democracy lives through debate, and here at Global Pulse News, we don't just report the news, we bring the heartbeat of Malawi straight to you. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join our growing family of smart, informed viewers. And hey, check out our sister channels too. For your kids' laughter, learning, and bright ideas, visit Sparkling Kids and Rema Fatima on YouTube. Let's grow together, one Malawi, one voice, one family. Until next time, this has been Global Pulse News, keeping it bold, balanced, and proudly Malawian.